What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at a past life reading, who you were in your past life and how it affects who you are today. So, a little disclaimer, because everything happens in the now simultaneously, we are just tapping into what the most relevant past life for you is in this lifetime and how your soul is utilizing it to expand today. So we've got 8 piles. This is going to be pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, 4, pile 5, 6, 7, and 8. So go ahead and take a second, meditate, see which pile is calling towards you, and I'll have the timestamps available for you below. All right, let's get started with pile 1 here. So pile 1, we have 2 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. Okay, so what I'm seeing for you in your past life is you had a very harmonious relationship with your loved ones. I can see that you were probably in a relationship that was very blessed, very divinely blessed, and that you experienced a lot of harmony within this relationship. Seems like you guys had a very happy family. I see that you were very family focused type of person. However, I do sense that there was probably some hardships and some burdens that you had to carry. What I'm also sensing is that you might have worked with the land. You might have been a farmer or worked with the earth in a way that you were very spiritually connected to your tribe, your being, or your family, your friends, things like that, but maybe didn't have a lot materially speaking. Okay, so let's see. Financial discipline, domestic harmony, and your environment. All right, so what I'm seeing is for today, you used to work with the earth. I can see that this is part of who you were, and I think this is actually influences a lot who you are today. You might have a really deep appreciation for the environment, for the earth, and really just really love working with the physical elements of life, and that does affect who you are in this lifetime. I'm also seeing that your domestic harmony carries through from your past life into this life. So I wouldn't be surprised if you re-meet this soulmate from your past life into this present life and build a future with them again. What I'm seeing is that the financial discipline or the lack that you experienced materially speaking in your past life is where your soul wants to expand in this lifetime today. What I'm seeing is that now what your soul wants to experience is basically being able to blend your financial being able to obtain financially with your domestic harmony. So kind of having the best of both worlds. Or maybe you've just found in this lifetime that you've had to be really financially disciplined, and this is because you're carrying this from this past lifetime. So what I'm seeing is that probably what your soul wants to do is to really lay solid foundations in this lifetime, be very structured in your approach to things, and also bring wealth into your life beyond just the emotional realm here. So that's what I'm seeing for pile 1. Also, the number 4 might be significant to you. I do have 444. So you could be an earth sign now, or maybe you were in a past life. All right, so that's what I'm seeing for pile 1. So let's go ahead and get started with pile 2. I have 6 of Swords, Star, 7 of Pentacles. All right, so what I'm seeing from this is that you very well could have been an Aquarius in your past life or in your present life, but I do see a humanitarian, someone who's uplifting, somebody who definitely is an imaginative and aims for the stars type of person. So what I'm seeing is that in your past life, I feel that you had a certain destiny or purpose that was maybe written in the stars for you, so to speak, and it just didn't align with who your soul was and who you wanted to be. So what I'm seeing is a lot of dissatisfaction in what was destined for you, and then you left that behind. You went into new territory, you left it behind, and then became what it is that you really wanted. You transformed yourself into what it was that your soul wanted for you. So that's a really amazing thing. I'm feeling that you just left something behind, and like went on an adventure. Like I feel that you were an adventurous person, but also like a very caring person. I just feel like you either had like a lot of Aquarius characteristics to you in this past lifetime, and that may carry over into this present lifetime for you today. Yeah, I see happy ending, karmic completion, and change. Yeah, so what I see is in your past life, there was a cycle that completed itself. This dissatisfaction that you were feeling was because something was like this karmic completion had occurred and you didn't need it anymore in your life. So I see that you definitely changed your circumstances and made something that was more suitable for your soul wanted to be. What I'm seeing is that this is definitely a lot of like who you are today as well. So what I'm thinking actually is your soul wanted something different and better in this past lifetime, and now this is the lifetime where you actually really achieve that. You achieve that goal and that soul expansion that you were looking for in this past lifetime. I feel that this lifetime is now completing the karma that occurred from this past lifetime. And like you really are going to find your happy ending now, because of your ability to just flow through change really, really nicely. And I feel that like most Aquarians, like you're not really afraid of change at all in this lifetime today. Yeah, so you might just constantly be somebody who likes to leave behind what's familiar and travel into unfamiliar lands. But what I'm seeing is that this lifetime is definitely a karmic completion for whatever happened to you in this past lifetime, whatever cycle it is that you needed to complete, or whatever it is that you planted seeds for in this past lifetime is now in this lifetime going to be what you see, like how it like reaps rewards in this lifetime. So I definitely see a connection between your past life and your present life. And the happy ending that your soul really wants to achieve. Okay, so that's what I have for pile 2. Thank you for sticking around for the reading. I hope it resonated with you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, so let's do pile 3 now. We have the Hierophant, 4 of Swords, and the Devil. All right, so what I'm seeing is that you were a very spiritually focused person. You might have been really involved in the church. I'm kind of feeling like someone, who was involved in some sort of church setting. I feel that you definitely tried to steer away from like the sinful life, or like you mentored people and how to release the sins of life, or like the carnality of life. And we're very connected to spirit. I see that you required a lot of patience with yourself and with other people, and definitely like let go of the physical aspects of life in order to pursue the spiritual aspects of life. So I wouldn't be surprised if I could see you being an earth sign in your past life for sure. Or what I'm seeing is that now you're an earth sign because of the fact that like you were so spiritually, you were so like in the divine and into spirituality that now maybe you want to experience more of the physicality of life that you sort of denied your soul in a past life. Spirituality, effort, patience. Yeah, so what I'm seeing here is it took a lot of effort for you to really let go of the like, I don't know, like unclean urges of life, I guess. I don't know. I just feel like a very spiritual sense of like a monk or a saint, or like someone who's just very like into like the church setting, a priest, like something like that, where they really had to have patience with themselves and with other people, and sort of really pursue like an effort to be like remain clean in their spiritual life. And now what I'm seeing is that like you probably are very spiritually connected now today still, and definitely have that part of you developed very, very well. And I'm also seeing that like there's like a lot of earth elements. So whether it was you in a past life or this life now, you have like a very patient energy to you. But I do sense that because you were so avoidant of the carnality of life prior in your prior life, that now in this lifetime, it's like your soul wants to experience that. Your soul wants to like really kind of indulge a little bit more. And that might be something you sort of struggle with today a little bit, like not really sure, like feeling guilt over that kind of like pursuing that kind of thing. I'm also seeing Taurus and Capricorn energy here. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm seeing someone who's very structured, someone who's very spiritually in alignment. And I think part of what your soul wants to expand because of you were so spiritually just aligned in your past life, that now it's like you want to experience more of just being a human, right? Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for group 3. Thanks for listening to your past life reading, and I will see you in the next one. So let's go ahead and do group 4 now. 8 of Cups, Chariot, Queen of Wands. So what I'm seeing is that this past life for you, you might have actually been a very abundant person. Like you might have had a lot of, like you could have been from like a royalty type background, or just had a lot of wealth in your life. I'm also sensing female, but what I'm seeing though is that at some point it seems like you maybe realized that like wealth couldn't get you everything, and that you left something behind, or you left it behind in order to pursue what it is that you really, really wanted, and like higher grounds in life, I guess. But I am seeing this idea of persevering through obstacles, moving through obstacles and leaving behind what was familiar, in order to like elevate yourself to a higher level, or wanting to do that in your past life. Follow your dreams, abundance, and perseverance. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is that I felt like in your past life you really had to choose between like a really wealthy lifestyle and doing what it is that you loved. And now I feel that in this lifetime what's happening is that you're trying to blend those two things together, whereas like you want to be able to have wealth and abundance and do what it is that you love, and not have to choose between those two things. And I'm also seeing that your ability to blow through obstacles in your past life is something that you carried through with you today. Particularly when it comes to like money, inheritance, things like that. That's also something that you might have, like you might be born into a wealthy family today. And you know, kind of have like your financial life set out for you, but I can just sense that there like you have a yearning now for something deeper than that, and to really pursue a purpose, and that life doesn't just end with abundance for you. There's like just a lot more to it. And I'm just saying that your ability to just really charge through life and keep going is a gift that you had from your past life. Like I'm saying, like either you might have been a Cancer in your past life, you might be a Cancer in this life, or you could have just had like a sort of a female energy in your past life. And I don't really see male or female today, but you might just have like a very gentle soul. And yet while you're gentle, you're also able to like really keep going despite the odds. So that's what I'm seeing for group 4. Thanks for tuning into your reading today, and I will see you in the next one. All right, let's get started with group 5 here. I have Judgment, 9 of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. All right, so this is interesting because I'm kind of seeing almost a similar vibe to group 4. It seems like you might have had like a lot of wealth in your life. It seems like you might have come from someone or like a well-to-do family, and what I'm seeing is like a very like Buddha type story here, where like you came from wealth, you came from well-to-do family. And then you really begin to like stop, question your life and the nature of existence, and like gain different perspectives from what you had already experienced. Like it seems like you suddenly shifted from like a very materially focused life into a spirit focused life here. And I feel like there's like a lot of reawakening people like through your perspective changes, through the downloads that you got from spirit, from God, from the divine, and through your own introspection. It's like you began to like preach like the truth to people, like reawaken people, and really reawaken and rebirth parts of yourself in that process. But I'm just seeing that like you had like a big shift in your life from like the more mundane to like a really high, like a higher purpose that you wanted to answer, like a big just reflection and like what life was and the nature of life. We have adventure, spiritual partnership, and nature. Okay, so what I'm seeing is like, again, like I'm feeling like you were just thinking about the nature of life. Maybe you spent time in nature, and like I'm just having this image of like someone sitting under a tree and like contemplating. So what I'm seeing is that like that contemplation is like led you into a spiritual partnership with God. And I'm feeling like this really carries with you today. Like I feel that you have like a very spiritually advanced perspective on things, and and like your spirituality is like what leads you into like the adventures of life, into like your calling, into like what it is that you want to experience today. I'm seeing like, because there's a lot of 7s, like I'm definitely seeing a very spiritually guided person. It could also have bled into your partnerships and your work life. And I feel that really what you are doing today is now like carrying, if you didn't get to do that in your lifetime in the past, what you're doing is you're carrying the message that you understand to be true today into this current life. Like you're supposed to be preaching and traveling and like speaking to the masses about what it is that you've learned in this past life, and that just like what it has to do with like the nature of humanity, the nature of spirit, and things of that sort. Okay, so that's what I'm saying for pile 5. Thanks for listening to your reading, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, let's go to pile 6 now. I have the 5 of Wands, the Empress, and the Ace of Cups. All right, so what I'm seeing is that you might have been a very feminine figure in your past life here. I could see that maybe you were like a mother type figure, or somebody who was just very in touch with the divine feminine. What I'm also seeing is that you definitely embodied self-love, and you taught people self-love, and like emotional renewal. Like I think that was a gift of yours in your past life. What I'm also seeing is that like you really helped people who were in conflict with themselves or other people. I think you were sort of like a mediator to a lot of people. You helped people understand like compassion and how to be loving, and towards themselves and also towards others. I just really feel like you like some sort of like a peacemaker type of vibe here, or like you were someone high up that people would be able to go to when it came to problems, and like definitely embodied like a divine feminine feel here. Self-love, teaching and learning, and compassion. Yeah, so that's really what I'm seeing. So honestly, what I feel is that in your past life, you are doing a lot of what you did in your current life. So like you were probably somebody who I could see either you might have like an earth sign or a water sign as your moon sign. Otherwise, you could embody that today. What I'm seeing though is that you are somebody who just has compassion for the human condition, and you understand you don't like conflict, and you're somebody who at this point today you might have still embody that teacher archetype, right? But I do, and I could also see like a counselor of sorts too. Maybe like you might be drawn to counseling today, and it's because of your ability in this past life to really guide people and help them understand themselves better and understand others, and really be able to resolve conflict. And I'm seeing like that's really what it is. I just see that you have this ability to resolve conflict that might carry through from this past life, and you definitely do have an ability to teach people self-love and really embody that in yourself as well. So that's all I'm seeing for pile 6. Thanks for tuning in to your past life reading, and I will see you guys in the next one. All right, let's do pile 7 now. We have Page of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. All right, so what I'm seeing here is I feel like you went through the stages of life very quickly. I feel that you had to go from a child to an adult very, very quickly here. I can see that you in general have like a very youthful energy about you, or you did in your past life, I should say. And you also might have been a very good communicator in your past life, which is something that you could carry into your present life today. I'm also seeing someone like someone who had to go to war, like a warrior or like a fighter or something like that at a young age that maybe influenced your need to like grow up really, really quickly. I feel that your focus here though was like on the family life, and that you're a very family focused person, and you wanted to be with family and remain like a child in your like childlike wonder and things like that. But what I see is that like you were forced into becoming like a higher figure at a very young age. I'm also seeing this King of Pentacles as a father relationship. I feel that you might have really been forced to like please the father when it came to what it is that you had to do in your life. And I'm seeing that there could be also carry through today into this life a relationship issue with the father. Let me see what else. Yeah, okay, I'm going to pull other cards here. Time out, rebirth, and health. Okay. So I'm seeing that you have a strong physical focus in your life today. I feel like you definitely think about your health quite a bit. And you think about the physical body quite a bit as well. I'm also seeing the father figure still influencing your health today at some point. And I'm also seeing that you in this lifetime had to go through a similar thing where you had to like grow up really, really quickly and experience life very fast, or like at a fast pace when it came to your childhood. I'm also seeing here, okay, so I also see a lot of 7s, which tells me that you're like a very spiritually in touch person. I think you might, because of this communicator ability, you might communicate with spirit really easily, or just be like a highly intuitive person today. And what I'm seeing is like, now, because like you had this desire to remain more childlike in your past life, now your life is a mixture of being able to like take time out to like be with family, to value family. I feel like there's a value of family that carried through into this lifetime today, but also like I feel like you need to embody this King of Pentacles today. Like you needed to, like your soul is like trying to become like a more like not so feminine and more masculine in its nature. Like it seems like intuition, femininity, and like I don't know, things like that. Like, I feel like that's your norm as far as your soul's development goes, and now it needs to like become the father figure that it wasn't able to do in this past life. Like, maybe there was like like you weren't able to please the father figure in the past life, and so now in this life you're like becoming the father figure, to help your soul's expansion and to like balance the scales a little bit more. Like, instead of being so mother and like feminine focused, now you become masculine and like a more like business focused, like home focused, like ruling the family type of focus here. And I'm also just seeing like an emphasis on physical health for you. And I feel, I mean, maybe there was like a sickness in the past life that kind of led you to now be hyper focused on that in this current lifetime. But I do feel that like you're definitely focused with the earth element in this life now. So your family, your home, your work, your job, your material gain, things like that. Yet you're also able to focus more on the home life as well, that you weren't able to do as in your past life. Okay, so that's all I'm saying for group 7. Thanks for listening to your reading, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, last but not least, we have pile 8. Death, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. All right. I'm sensing that you might have been a water sign, possibly an earth sign in your past life, but I'm thinking Scorpio. I feel that you're either Scorpio in your past life or in your present life today. What I'm also seeing is that you are like, in your past life, you definitely were some sort of like knight or warrior, or like a male figure that had to like go into battle or something like that, and you might have seen a lot of death in that. I'm seeing that this whatever it is that you experienced. Okay, what I'm seeing is that you are a very sensitive person, a highly imaginative, sensitive being, with like a feminine soul, who was, I think, forced into like a big change into their life. Like a big transformation had to happen, and it seems like it sort of like thwarted you. Like, it seems like your soul is stuck as like a young soul, because of whatever happened in this past life for you, that sort of like stopped you from like growing up, I guess. Music, parenting, relationship change. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that I feel like there was an issue with the parents in your past life. There was some sort of like something happened with a parent figure that like changed your relationship with yourself, with other people really, really quickly. And it was something maybe like traumatic that like kind of kept you like into a childlike mindset from that point on. What I'm seeing is that today, like whatever this situation that happened in your past life that kept you sort of young in your mind is now being replayed out in your parenting today, in the way your parents are with you and the way that you parent your children, if you have any. I'm also seeing that the relationship with the parents may also influence your relationship, your love relationships as well. I'm seeing somebody who's like a really deep feeling person in their past life, someone who's really, really sensitive. Oh, you know what? Actually, what I'm also seeing possibly is that you, like a child of yours, or someone that you thought was young, like left you, like they changed, or they left you in your past life, and now this like deeply affects the way you relate to your parents now, or like your relationships like play out with this parenting thing because of this past life situation. But either way, what I'm seeing is that you're highly creative still. Like, your soul is a very feminine soul, and you're still highly creative. You're probably connected to music in some way. Maybe you write music, you play an instrument. That's all from a past life. And so is the way you parent and the way that you have been parented. I'm also just feeling like someone who's just young in their soul, in general, and somebody who's had to deal with a lot of change and transformation when it comes to the parenting figures in their life. And also, maybe like parenting was thrusted on you at a young age, or you had to like change your whole life in this lifetime because of a child coming in. But what I'm seeing is that that all comes from whatever the situation was in your past life, with having to just transform things really, really quickly. I'm thinking also that like a gift of yours in this lifetime from your past lifetime is the ability to be really business savvy, or like have business ideas. I'm seeing that that comes from a past life as well. Um, you might be in a relationship in this lifetime with the Scorpio, or have some sort of Scorpio relationships that have caused you a lot of growth in this lifetime. But what I'm seeing, like especially with all this like this exact imagery happening, it's like it feels like a child, like you either left as a child, or you lost a child because they left, they like went on to something without you, or you were your life ended young. So but whatever it was that happened affects the way you parent today, affects your relationship with your parents. You might have been the parent in the past life. And I'm seeing that you might be a Scorpio. You might have a moon sign in Scorpio, or you might have like really dramatic relationships with Scorpio, but you're also a very creative person, and that is something that carried over from the past life as well. So that's all I'm seeing for group 8. I hope that this reading resonated with you guys. I hope that you enjoyed your past life reading, and I will see you in the next one.